Hi everyone and welcome back to a brand new piercing video. Now this one, I'm really nervous and also really excited for this one, like seriously. So, I've been tweeting about how I'm getting a new permanent piercing and everyone's been going a bit crazy about what it is. Today I'm going to be going to my piercing studio and getting a 6mm Dermal Conch punch through my left conch. So basically it's going to be like the 6mm plug that I have in my lobe will kind of be inside here. So the needle is like a big thick kind of 6mm needle and it will take a big chunk of my like cartilage out and then they'll put a plug inside it. Unfortunately I can't film in the piercing studio, so I will have to see you when I get home. The crazy thing about this though is it's like my first ever kind of permanent piercing. Like this is never going to go back to normal. So once I get this done, that's it. Like it's there for life. I'm really excited about that actually. Let's go. And I am back. Oh my gosh. I'm on such a high right now. Like I'm buzzing. I am ecstatic. I'm just so happy. I finally got this done. It has been so difficult to keep the secret from you because I share so much with you guys. It was so hard not to just tell you what I was getting done. So I was like hinting on Twitter. So here is my 6mm dermal punch through my left conch. I love it so much. Like I've wanted this for such a long time, so I finally was able to get it done. Like I just love it. So my lovely piercer, Miss Veronica Blades, I just love her. I adore her so much. So I walked in and signed all the forms and stuff and went to get my piercing done. And I think she could tell that I was quite nervous about getting it done. So she was like, you know, calm down, it's fine, you'll be okay. Marked on my ear where it was gonna be. Now obviously before I did have a conch piercing there already, so we had sort of mark around the actual conch piercing original one. Marked it all up, looked it, perfect position, and then I laid back and in my mind I was like,
this is gonna hurt so much. Like this is gonna hurt so much.
And so she put like the big sort of dermal punch needle thing to my ear and it was like 3, 2, 1, go. And when it went through I was just like,
oh.
I cannot tell you, like it really didn't hurt that much. I was so expecting it to hurt like a ridiculous amount. Literally was no more painful than a generic like helix piercing. So I'm gonna put this at like number 6 on the pain scale rating of all the other piercings I have got done. So this is taking the 6th place. So 1 or 2 things I have to do differently now. Obviously I can't wear like headphones. I can't really like put big ones on at the moment because you want to like avoid pressure around the area. Also something I had no idea about. Caffeine makes you bleed more. I had no idea that caffeine makes you bleed more. I had no idea. So when I was walking in and she was like, you're drinking coffee, and I was like, yeah, it's like you're gonna bleed more. I was like, oh, I didn't know that. So yeah, I had no idea that, but drinking caffeine makes you bleed more. So she said obviously to stay off the caffeine a little bit more than I normally would.
But you know, I'm gonna try, but you know, I do like my coffee. Like I love my Starbucks and I love my tea. So maybe I'll just cut down a little bit.
So at the moment I do have like a plug in it and when it does heal, it takes like 4 to 5 months to heal before I can like kind of change it. I honestly thought this was gonna take longer to heal because obviously it's such a wider hole, but actually no, it's got like the same amount of time as a normal sort of piercing. So sort of like 4 to 5 months I should be able to change into like an actual like a hole, because what I really want is like at least a clear one or something where you can see through it so you can see that there's a big hole there. If you can see, the whole part of the white bit is like how big the hole is, so that's how you can sort of judge. It is the same size as my earlobe, so you can see how big my earlobe is now. That's the same size as it is inside my conch. Also obviously I've got to watch out not to sleep on that side because I don't want to make it bleed or anything, but you know, it is probably going to happen. At least I fidget a lot on my sleep. I know that I do, so I know that I probably will wake up in the morning and have some blood on my pillow, but that's just what it's like with piercings. If you're gonna get something like this, do not touch it. You have to leave it alone. I know it's it's so tempting to like touch the piercing after had it done, like play with it. Do not touch it, don't play with it, just leave it. The more you touch it, the more likely you will be prone to like infections and stuff, and you just want to leave it alone, so do not touch it. One thing you do have to think about before you get it done, and it's something that I had to think about myself, is this is a permanent modification to your body. It can shrink a tiny bit, but your ear will never grow that cartilage back. Like once it's gone, which I've obviously accepted, and like, to me it's not an issue. Like I love it so much, and even if I'm old and have like a hole in my ear, I'm like, yes bitch. To me it's not an issue, but you just have to bear in mind that this is a permanent thing that you will have to have done. You take it out, it will always be a hole there. Like that will not close over ever. So like most piercings, I do have to clean it twice a day, once in the morning and once in the nighttime with saline solution or salt water. I will say actually, it's not hurting at all. Like I honestly thought, like maybe just because I've never had anything like this before, I honestly thought it was going to be aching like mad. Literally it's pulsing a tiny bit, but it's not uncomfortable. It's just not bothering me whatsoever. ever. So this has been like one of the most perfect sort of piercing experiences I've had. Literally, I'm so excited. Like, I'm so buzzing. Like, after a piercing, like, you have such like a rush of adrenaline. Like, it's so addictive, like this feeling. Like, I know I'm gonna get a lot of questions about this as well. Like, no, I didn't see my cartilage that came out. It was inside the plug, and I was like, you know, let's not go try and get that out. I actually saw this video online like quite recently, like, because before I got it done, I was watching loads of videos about like the punches and stuff, and this guy like ate the cartilage that came out of his ear, and I was like, that is disgusting. Like, that is so disgusting. Isn't that like cannibalism? That'd be technically cannibalism. You ate yourself. Like, that's gross. That's gross. So I really hope you enjoyed this sort of quick little piercing update video that I just have done. There are some more videos like here, like body modification and stuff like that, if you would like to go check out. If you are new to my channel, make sure you do subscribe, because I do videos every single week regarding a whole variety of topics. Make sure you hit that like button, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye.